Hi, in this video we are going to talk about how to present your results with your table 3. So table 3 is for your third research objective, which is for the correlation between your two variables. So this is for senior high school research, quantitative research, and also for simple correlation. So this is an example of how table 3 looks like for just a simple correlation. So, andito yung title, ito yung table 3, nakabold yan, andito yung title, Significance on the Relationship Between Your Variable 1 and Your Variable 2 of Senior High School Students. So, depende kung isali ninyo dito yung population ninyo, no? Naka-italics yung title ng table. This is basically your third research objective. So, this is the table we have here, variable 1, dito si variable 2. This is the R value. So, R, the degree of correlation, and the P value. So, ito yung value ng R. Ito yung description ng degree of correlation ng dalawa. And the P value andito, up to 3 decimal places yan. Okay? We have here star sign or asterisk, significant at 0.05 significance level. So, if this value is less than 0.05, then we should put here asterisk, asterisk, meaning this is significant at 0.05 significance level. So, as you noticed, walang asterisk sign na nilagay originally dito because this value is greater than 0.05. So, this value is not significant. Okay? So, what are we going to look at or what are we going to compute for this value? We have here, etong kailangan natin, this value and this P value. And based on the R value here, we can identify the degree of correlation, which we are going to base on another table, the table of correlation. Mamaya ipapakita ko. So, how do we compute for the R value? Okay, unang-una, let's go through the process here. We can compute the R value using SPSS. We can also compute this sa Excel. Since for senior high school, hindi expected na may kopya kayo ng SPSS, as simple as the R value and the P value, we can compute that using Excel. So, ito yung example on how the data or the result or computation looks like in Excel. So, multiple R, ito yung kailangan natin. This is the R value. I-round off lang natin into 3 decimal places. So, 0.766 yung ilalagay sa table. And this also is your P value, P value. Pareho lang sila nito. Okay, as you can see here, 8.06E-07. Ibig sabihin nito, 8.06 and then times 10 raised to negative 7. Raised to negative 7. Ibig sabihin, we are going to move the decimal point 7 places to the left. Okay, 7 places to the left. Kasi kung ano ito, we have 8.06 times 10 raised to the power of negative 7. Parang ganyan yan, scientific notation. So, we are going to move, in order for us to remove this, we are going to move the decimal point 7 places to the left. So, we just have to move the decimal point 7 places to the left. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, dito na ang decimal point. Then, you just add 0 sa mga bakanting spaces. Okay? So, the value is 0.0000806. So, that's way less than 0.05. So, meaning this value is significant at 0.05 level, significance level. Okay? So, ito yung example ng itsura ng summary output ng test of correlation mamaya sa Excel. Okay, so, how do we do this? Unang-una, we go to data. Okay, we go to data and then we look for data analysis. Kung wala namang data analysis sa Excel ninyo, If not available, punta kayo sa add-ons or add-ins, okay, sa data analysis, add-ins, and then data analysis toolpath. Once you have the data analysis, you go to regression. Mamaya ipapakita ko naman sa Excel. You go to regression, and then y-range. Ang y-range naman, that's your dependent variable, or for simple correlation, that's variable 2. From respondent 1 hanggang sa last respondent. Yung x-range naman, that refers to your independent variable, or kung simple correlation, that's variable 1. From respondent 1 hanggang sa last respondent. And then select 95% confidence level. We note that p-value, when p-value is less than 0.05, kagaya nito, it's way less than 0.05, it means that there is a significant relationship between the variables. When your p-value is greater than 0.05, kagaya ng example natin dito, then it means that the correlation is not significant. It's very, very weak, negligible. Okay, when p-value is greater than 0.05. Now, paano ba natin i-compute ito, gagawin ito sa Excel? Sige, let's have an example. I have here a file na na-encode na, no? This is the computation template that I had for the mean and standard deviation. If you want a copy of this, if you're a member of my channel, you can send me a message to request for a copy of this computation template. Then I can send you a soft copy of this computation template. So this is for mean and standard deviation, but this is the same file that we are going to use for the correlation. And so looking at, andito yung variable 1, andito yung variable 1, and then andito yung variable 2. Okay, sa sample ito, dalawang indicators lang yan. And since this is a sample, hanggang ano lang siya, 30 respondents lang. Sample lang naman. But in your case, for yung survey na talaga, at least, no, merong 100 samples. We have here the overall mean for each variable, the overall mean for variable 1, and we have here the overall mean for variable 2. So, ito yung kailangan natin to compute for the correlation. And so, hanggang ano lang yan, hanggang dun sa may value tayo. Okay? So, what you're going to do, sabi nung kanina, we go to data. Okay, here is data. We go to data, and then we look for data analysis toolpath. Okay. Kapag hindi naman available yung data analysis toolpath, kasi kapag hindi mo pa siya nagamit, hindi siya automatic andyan sa Excel. So, you just have to add it. Paano mag-add? Right-click nyo lang itong space dito, and then customize ribbon. Okay, when you click on customize ribbon, the Excel options will appear, and you go to add-ins. Sa add-ins naman, i-click nyo lang yan. And you have here the different options for add-ins. You just click on Analysis Toolpath. Sa akin, selected na yan. So, sa inyo, baka hindi. So, you just have to click on Analysis Toolpath. And then, andito si Excel Add-ins. Then, you just click on Go. And then, OK. So, that will add the data analysis. Kapag meron ng data analysis tool dito, you just have to click on that. And then, hanapin nyo yung regression. Okay? Regression. Ma'am, bakit regression? Correlation tayo. Kasi andun na lahat. Okay? So, regression. And, okay. Yung sabi kanina, input y-range. That's your dependent variable or your variable 2. So, i-click lang natin yung overall mean ng mula respondent 1 hanggang dun sa last respondent. In our case, hanggang dito lang yung may value. So, dyan lang tayo. And then, click on this para bumalik. Or you can press enter. Then, input X range. That's the overall mean of variable 1 or the independent variable. So, from the first respondent down to the last respondent. Dito lang yung may value. Then, enter. And select 95. Okay, it's 95% confidence level. So, you don't have to select this one kasi selected na siya. Then, click on OK. And that will open up a new sheet 2. Andito na siya lahat. Okay? Enlarge lang natin yung space. Ayan. Para makita natin lahat. Okay. So, ano bang kailangan natin dito? We have multiple R. And we also have, highlight natin yan. We also have the p-value here. Okay. So, take note, our p-value is 6.35514E-05. So, meaning, we are going to move the decimal point 5 places to the left. Okay. So, 5 places to the left, that's magiging 6.35514 times 10 to the power of negative 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, dito na si point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meaning, yung p-value natin is way less than 0.05. Okay, kung ilalagay natin ito dun sa table 3, ang value na ilalagay nyo would be 0.00 kasi 3 decimal places lang. Okay, 3 decimal places. And since this is less than 0.05, then we write asterisk or star sign here, meaning it is significant at 0.05 level of significance. Okay? And so we have here the table for the correlation. So, this is for the description, no, dun sa degree of correlation. Ito dito, the degree of correlation. So, ito ang gagamitin nating table for that. Take note, magkaiba sila. Very weak ang ginamit dito. Iba yung description na ginamit. But the same yan. They mean the same thing. Dito siya. Okay? Kasi dito, negligible correlation, low positive. Ayan. So, pareho lang yan. So, if the value of your P is, I'm sorry, not the value of P. It's based on the R value. Ha? Sa R value ito. When your R is between 0.00 to 0.30, meaning it's negligible correlation. Or 0, 0 to negative 0.30, negligible yan. Sa R naman, you can have positive and negative values. The values are between negative 1 and positive 1. Okay? Kung ang value ng R ay negative, of course, you look at negative, ano? Andito siya negative. Okay? So, pareho lang naman yan. Ang magkakaiba lang kung positive or negative. If your R value is between 0.30 to 0.50, meaning that's low positive correlation. If it's negative 0.30 to negative 0.50, that's low negative correlation. Wag naman ilagay low positive negative correlation. Hindi. Pumili ka sa dalawa. If your values are positive, then positive. If your value is, if the value is negative, then negative ang gagamitin. Hindi naman pwedeng from positive value to negative value. Wala namang ganyan. Okay? Hanggang sa 0.9 to 1.00, that's very high positive correlation. Okay? Negative 0.90 to negative 1, that's very high negative correlation. Okay? So, ito lang yung basihan sa degree of correlation. So, how do we present that in chapter 3 or dun sa results natin? So, first, we have the table 3. The table 3 should appear at the top of the page. So, lahat ng tables dapat nasa top ng page yan. So, here is the title of the part in chapter 3. This is on your research objective number 3. So, significance on the relationship between social media addiction and study habits. So, the test of correlation between social media addiction and study habits of the students is presented in table 3. So, ito yan. It reveals the overall computed R value of 0.246 in this example. That's 0.246. Okay, so this is significant at 0.05 significance level, but no need to write asterisk here. Ang importante lang dito, ano, sa p-value. With a p-value less than 0.05. The confidence level set for this study was p less than 0.05. Kasi, ano tayo, 95% confidence level, so that's 0.05 significance level. So therefore, the overall result depicted a significant weak positive relationship between the variables. Weak positive relationship or low positive relationship, based dun sa table na ginamit natin. The result also rejected the hypothesis of no significant relationship between social media addiction and study habits of junior high school students. Ito naman, yung sa hypothesis nito is there is no significant relationship between variable 1 and variable 2. So, since p-value is less than 0.05, meaning the result is significant, meaning we reject the null hypothesis. So, kaya, it rejected the hypothesis of no significant relationship. Kasi meaning, there is really a significant relationship between the two variables mentioned. Okay? How about if p-value is greater than 0.05? So, how do we explain or how do we present that in our result? So, let's have an example. So, here we have the p-value 0.435, which is greater than 0.05. So, notice, hindi tayo naglagay ng asterisk because this is not significant at 0.05 significance level. So, again, andito yung title. So, this is on your third research objective. Okay. So, the test of correlation between social media addiction and buying behavior of students is presented in Table 3. It reveals the overall computed R value of 0.69, ito yan, with a p-value greater than 0.05. Now, take note dun sa first example natin, which is less than 0.05, hindi na natin nilagay kung ano specifically yung value ng p-value. Okay? O kung ano ang value ng p. Okay? We just mentioned that it's less than 0.05. But here, in this example, we need to specify kung ano ba talaga ang value ng p because it's greater than 0.05. Okay? So, we say with a p greater than 0.05, which is p equals 0.435. The confidence level set for this study was p less than 0.05. The result depicted a very weak positive relationship or based dun sa table na ginamit natin kanina, it's negligible relationship. So, the result depicted a very weak positive relationship between the variables. However, this was not significant. Okay? Very weak, no? Not significant. Thus, the result failed to reject. Okay? If our p-value is greater than 0.05, meaning the result is not significant. If that's the case, we do not reject the hypothesis. Okay? So, thus, the result failed to reject the hypothesis of no significant relationship between social media addiction and buying behavior of senior high school students.